And that's 10 of their last 12 points now coming off of assists.
Now Joseph. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Barnes can't get it to go. And here's Pierce. He gets it up. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
I think they're going to be able to see pretty clearly on the replay that the shot left his hands in time, guys. The evidence is right there.
Yeah, this is a big call, guys. I mean, they're going to take a very close look at it, even if it seems clear-cut at first glance.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. Look at Vince Carter in this game. I mean, he's been everywhere.
I like that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones.
So on the floor for Minnesota, Henderson out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Ginobili. Then there's Anderson Varejao. And it's Rose in at the one spot.
And the rebounding numbers don't actually tell the whole story. I mean, they're barely ahead in that category, but when they've needed them, they've gotten them. They've really battled hard.
It's their work on the glass, Steve, that's prevented any kind of momentum swing.
And here are the Timberwolves. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
I know I'll be looking out for the final score in that Rockets game. Should be close, I think. And they've missed the first 3 shots of the third quarter. Well, few would have predicted back when Kevin Love was drafted 5th out of UCLA in 2008 that he'd become the superstar player we see today. You know, he's transformed his body and expanded his game year after year.
And it's Rose penetrating, and it's Miami with the rebound. This is their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season.
Well, they thought they'd handle this club last year both times, but they actually split the 2 season meetings.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Varejao can't hit. Now here's Hibbert. He's got 6, and it's Garnett penetrating. Pierce. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Pierce has got 12. You know, you would think, as you said, Steve, that no matter what building they were in, this is a team they should have beaten both times.
It probably had a little something to do with the fact that they're just not a very familiar opponent. I mean, that's one way to look at it. You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
And it's Miami with another.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
And Minnesota has possession. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Ginobili kicks to Love. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
Let's take a look at Manu Ginobili's numbers. Last season's stats for him. He averaged about 12 points a game last year, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. To bring someone like him off the bench who can shoot is something every coach wants.
Well, he's microwave-like in that he can heat up in a hurry and knock down jump shots, and you love that element coming off the bench.
Boy, you can feel the confidence growing right now for this club at the offensive end.
Really an ideal time to have one of these runs after halftime, but before crunch time. They're setting themselves up for a great fourth quarter.
Here's Varejao. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Anderson Varejao, a quality defensive center. Great rebounder, moves his feet well, anticipates, plays with a ton of energy, and he's one of those irritants. He gets under a lot of guys' skins.
No good on the free throw.
And Varejao coming in to the league primarily as a defensive energy guy, but he's expanded his offensive skill set and has made great improvement as a passer. From his rookie season to now, he's more than doubled his rate of assists.
Carter, he's checked in for Miami. And Varejao, a good decision maker, Steve, for a center. A 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio last year.
And he had a terrific season as a two-point jump shooter. And, able to spread the defense out a little bit and operate from the high post. Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
Carter Williams again throws. Shot from free throw range. Another shot. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Right now, let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see the teams that really knew how to clog the passing lanes last season. The Heat in second. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
Well, you can't turn back the clock, Kevin, but either of these teams would be happy to relive last year in terms of their effectiveness at taking the ball away from other teams. I mean, they were amongst the league leaders in pilfering from the opponents.
That's good from Anderson Varejao.
Minnesota is in a bit of a difficult spot with their road games. They always have to travel a great distance to get to opposing sites because they're in the Western Conference, and that can take a toll over the course of the season.
Here's Hibbert. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. And 12 points for Roy Hibbert.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
Impressive play there. They have been really good offensively.
Piling up the points en route to this big lead, guys. I mean, they've been unstoppable.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Chris Anderson is checked in for Hibbert. Lewis comes in for Kevin Garnett. And Nash is subbed in for Pierce. Jermaine O'Neal's checked in for Minnesota. Harrison Barnes comes in for Manu Ginobili. Love, no good.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
Yeah, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint.
That's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
Yeah, and until they do, the problems inside are only going to get worse.
Henderson, no good.
Boy, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Here's Carter, and the Heat get another bucket right there.
And the buckets always coming in bunches for him, and right now, they are really rolling.
Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half, and it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
A look now at where the Timberwolves ranked in the NBA last year. 3rd in scoring, 3rd in steals. And they also showed up in the top 5 in assists. This team is really unselfish. They do a nice job moving themselves, moving the ball, and converting good shot opportunities.
And I think what's most impressive about this club, though, is the fact that they were in the top 5 in points scored. I mean, that's what they do. They like to get out and run and really get a lot of shots up. And when they do, when they knock down open looks, they're tough to beat.
Henderson out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
Well, Gerald Henderson is not the most lethal outside shooter, but I really like the way he's learning to move without the ball. He's very opportunistic with his cut whenever his defender turns his head.
Minnesota making a switch here. Nick Roberts is checked in.
This is outrageous. Every shot they're taking right now seems to be finding the mark.
Literally every shot. They are absolutely rolling.
Here's Joseph. No good again that time. Miami's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. And Henderson most comfortable, it seems, Steve, shooting from the corners.
Yeah, like most players, Kevin, that's the easier shot, 22 feet instead of 23.9. He shot a good percentage from there. Not really a long-range shooter per se, which is why you didn't see him, shoot effectively from the top of the circle or on the wings.
They set the screen. This one for 3. The shot is off. Now the Heat take it the other way.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
Yeah, that's what's paved the way for them to build this big lead, no question.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Here is Carter. He has 30. Lewis outside. It'll count. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Woo-hoo-hoo, Kevin. They're firing on all cylinders. That shot caps a nice run going into the final quarter.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Heat out front, just dominating this one. And we're coming back in just a moment.
The NBA season blasts off. The San Antonio Spurs go up against the Golden State Warriors. More NBA next Tuesday.
Miami's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Xavier Henry is out there with Ennis. Then it's Roy Hibbert. Then there's Lewis. And it's Hamilton in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Well, guys, the D-League, a test bed for ideas that might, make their way to the NBA. And one thing we've seen there is a mission to get games down to 2 hours in length. They really want to shorten the length of these games.
Well, they've banned consecutive timeouts. They've reduced their number overall. The idea is to hold viewers' attention and provide time certainty for the broadcasters.
It's Anderson with the drive. And it's Roy Hibbert with the rebound. Hibbert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
And the Timberwolves with possession here.
And condensing the game, we've seen it at the NBA level too, cracking down on pregame rituals and requiring players back on the court quickly after a timeout. The commissioner even talked to owners about shortening the game to 40 minutes, so less might be more in some ways. We'll see. I'm in agreement with that. I'd love to see some of the fat trimmed off the game. I don't know if 40 minutes is where I'd go, but some of the extra things that delay the game, I would love to see that pace picked up so there's not as much wasted minutes during the course of a 48-minute game.
Now here's Joseph. There's the pick. Young outside. Passes it to Anderson. 6 to shoot. The shot from the low post is good.
Well, I think there's a couple of ways to shorten games. One is cutting down on the intentional fouls in crunch time. I think you could replace TV timeouts with live action advertising. Also, you might just shoot one free throw for the point value of a foul. I think the league is right to try to speed up the pace of the game, but it's a rocky road. You have to really think things through.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Heat.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And then look at the points in the paint, because they're really winning that battle tonight.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor, though.
And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
And Lewis has it in the corner. And again, Miami with the triple.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
And Joseph kicks to O'Neal. No good again that time. Miami's gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. Hamilton right side. Stolen by Joseph. And now Young running the floor all by himself. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Paul Pierce is checked in for Miami. Henry dishes to Pierce. And Hibbert with the basket on the assist by Pierce. Pierce has got his 5th assist in this one.
If it ain't broke,